Welcome to the OBG $200 prize pool Medieval 2 Total War Tournament. 1v1, 16 players, single elimination. Let's see who's gonna win. Lots of money on the line here. Check out the Discord if you want to take part in future events like this. Today, in map 1, in this best of 3, we have, what's his name? Magolheryn. We'll just call him Magol. Magol is playing as England, and then Bulgarian is playing as the HRE. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. Let me just close Discord on my phone. I was seeing that to check for players' names, make sure we're in the right map. And they forgot to do the timer again. Why does everyone forget with the timer? Bro. Right, Magol versus Bulgarian. Who's gonna win it? Map 1. Of course, I think I've got to cheer on England at this point, my home team. Got his dismounted English knights here, the billmen I believe they are. He's got some town militia, that's a rare sight in these. And his longbowmen, that's fairly normal. And over here we've got some Knights Templar with some infantry to support them. And some cavalry on the flank there, the Hospitalers. Come on Bulgarian, what you waiting for? It could be Magol who we're waiting for, making the finishing touches. Right, here we go. And then I'm guessing this is a fairly common, the usual HRE roster. Pikemen and crossbows. Pikemen we've seen used to great success in these tournaments lately, and he's doing a full-on cav charge right in here. He's going straight for it, trying to take out those longbows, and England a bit slow to react there. Yeah, he's got his militia in. His militia have actually been really useful here. They're a cannon fodder unit and they really cushioned that charge. The HRE could lose a lot of cavalry here if they don't start pulling them out fast. That being said, they had a good charge over here against the English cavalry, and they're going to get another charge over here. The English are completely unprepared for such a sudden German blitz. And sudden lightning warfare that's coming through from the HRE. But the HRE are having to pull back. They did get themselves organised, and I don't think the HRE actually did that much damage. That's 2 of their units routing. They're bringing in a 3rd one here. I don't know where these guys died from. Maybe a few units that were left behind. More infantry coming in, and that cav unit's going to get cut down now. The pikemen are starting to arrive with crossbow support, but it could be too little too late. It's not looking good for the HRE, I don't think. Another cavalry charge here. How are we looking with kills? Actually, you know what, in terms of kills it is fairly even. With the percentages there. Both have lost about 28%. So it's all fair now, but now the HRE general is dead, and he's already lost a lot of cavalry as it is. And looking at this here, it does look like England's in the better position. You can see a lot more red troops than black. Balance of power is tipping in England's favour as well. Well played, Magol. A really good start here. There's no troops back there, are there? No. They now control the flanks with their cavalry, and they can take out all of the archers, as we are seeing them do here. And as they're probably going to do with this cav unit as well. The HRE still has some cav units that they need to watch out for, but for the most part, the English are just breaking through now. They've got the cavalry advantage. Although they lost a few there to the crossbows, they're now getting hit in the back as well. Every crossbow unit is now fighting in melee. They're starting to rout as well. Over here, can the HRE infantry hold out? Not really, it's just pikemen, which are good counter-cav units, but I don't think they're going to do much in this scenario here. Their formation is a bit of a mess. Yeah, the front of their pikes are not being used to full effect, unfortunately, for Bulgarian there. Or Bulgarian Men, as his full name is. It is a best of 3 though, so Bulgarian can pull it back, and yeah, balance of power heavily in favour of England right now. England has lost 50% of its army, Bulgarian lost 64%. And it just doesn't look good on any front in any way for the HRE right now. It's like, I liked the rapid charge at the start, but he didn't really hit anything. He hit Spearman more than anything, I think. We got a good charge over here on the English cavalry, but it was just too outnumbered. He needed the infantry support. So maybe the rush type of scenario doesn't really work here. Maybe you need to be a bit more careful, a bit slower, perhaps. Either way, it's all over now for the HRE, and well done Magol there, going up 1-0 in this best of 3. Can Bulgarian pull it back in game 2? Quick scroll through the chat, not the chat. The stats say, yeah, the town militia didn't, I don't want to say they didn't do anything because they really cushioned the cavalry charge. They were the cannon fodder unit. So you know what, overall, I'd say they did fairly well, all things considered. They definitely, Magol definitely got his value out of them. And then after that, his cavalry were just able to dominate everything else. Right then, on to Battle 2. Russia versus, is that Milan? Yes, on the double mound map. A trebuchet is in here as well. Is it going to use poison shot or standard shot? Look forward to finding out. So we've seen Russia do well before. We've not seen Milan play in this tournament yet, but Milan of course is a good faction with their crossbows. I do like watching Milan play. Just loading in now. They've set the battle timer again. Good, it's always good to see players that know what they're doing. Can Magol get the second win and move through? Bulgaria needs a win here, or he is out of the tournament. And here we go. The trebuchet shots coming in, already getting kills. What is this unit here? It's not Milan, is it? It's the Turks. I was going to say, Milan doesn't have Nafatun. Okay, the Turks. Two cavalry-focused factions that are going to be really good at rushing here. That's probably why they picked them. They both want to rush as far forwards as possible to take this high ground in the centre. It seems Russia just beat them to it. The trebuchet getting a few hits. We've got to keep an eye on that flank unit. The light cav, they got round there very quickly. And Russia's already engaged from over here, with more cavalry support coming through. This is a very good start for Magol. Breaking the Azabs. I thought that was the Nafatun there. No, the Nafatun are here, but having to withdraw because it's looking a bit scary for them. That being said, they do have the infantry advantage here, but they're going to fight on even terrain. They're not going to stand here. They're fighting on the flat sides of it, which is probably not where they really wanted to be. And the Turks are just breaking all over the place. Well done, Magol. Wait, no, sorry, we're spectating as Bulgarian men now. Okay, I think the host switched. So, Bulgarian men is Russia, Magol is the Turks. Well done, Bulgarian men. And he really needs to win this one as well to make it a 1-1. For the third place playoff. And the trebuchet for Bulgarian getting friendly fire though. Not what he needs right now. But I do like his Russian rush strategy here. Just charge across, just take the high ground, and yeah, he's got the high ground secured here. Struggling over here, but I don't think he's meant to win this side. I think this is just about slowing down by cavalry. We've not seen the Nafatun fire, I don't think. I think they're routing. Yeah, I'm assuming they got engaged somewhere and they're routing. Not what you want from them. They've formed Skiltram here to try and hold this bit of high ground, but they are surrounded and outnumbered at this point, so I don't think it's going to work overall. The cavalry is pushing through the centre now, going to hit these on two sides, and Magol's just not paying attention there with that cav unit. That's going to get destroyed there. And now Russia can just cut through the centre and take out all the missile troops. A very good victory here, it seems, for Bulgarian. Taking out the general now as well. He might actually win it on this side as well at this point, but if not, it doesn't matter. He's got full hill control, he's fine. He's got the numbers, he's got the balance of power. He's only lost 40% compared to Magol losing 66%. One thing I'm noticing is these battles are, if anything, a little too fast. I wanted them faster than grassy flatlands. But this might be a bit too fast, if you know what I mean. They're over a little too quickly. So what we might have to do is try get them spawn back a bit further, and maybe extend this a bit, or, you know, we'll do something, we'll try figure something out. Overall though, the Turks completely breaking in this battle. The Turks have won over here on this side, but they had a lot more numbers here, and I don't think it was worth it because they completely lost to the centre and that far flank over there to win it here. It's not worth it. Balance of power knows it's over. The Russian troops are already starting to somewhat regroup, and I don't know what the Turks can really do here. What do they have left? One unit of Janissaries and one Cav unit. It's tough Janissaries and it's tough Cav, but it's not going to wipe out all of these Russians. They're just far too heavily outnumbered. The cavalry's charging at the archers, trying to get as many kills as possible, but I don't think it's going to work for Magol here. I think Bulgarian's going to take us to a game 3, making it 1-1, where they fight on the trench map. One of my personal favourites, I think. I think the trench map is just that little bit slower. I think it's more closer to the perfect time, but we'll see when we play it. We'll see how it goes. Getting another charge in there onto the archers, but they're going to get hit in the back now, and that unit's going to get taken out. Meanwhile, the Janissaries are engaged over here, and they're getting completely cut down. They've got the high ground, but, you know, they're getting flanked, they're getting hit from all sides. Russian cavalry's here now to finally cut them down, and there we go, they break, and with that, that's the end of the battle. Well done, Bulgarian, taking us there to a game 3. Really well played. I liked that one. I liked that both of them just really went for it at the start, and I liked that they actually really used the hill in this one, or at least I think Bulgarian did. Magol, it's set up too much here when it should have been set up more here to actually have the high ground advantage, but it's very difficult to get there before your opponent. Close battle in terms of kills though. It felt like it was Russia all the way, but looking at the kills, maybe that's not the case. And I don't really think the trebuchet is worth it. I see players bringing it in, but I don't know if it's worth it. Only 7 kills there. Still he won it, but I think he could have had a better win without the trebuchet. Okay then, on to game 3, the trench. Who are we spectating as now? We're spectating as Bulgarian, playing as Poland on the trench map. Fighting Byzantium, yeah, Byzantium. Who's gonna win it? The winner goes through, the loser is out of the tournament. And yeah, you can see these ones are just a little bit slower. The trench map might be closer to the perfect pace, because no one wants to get stuck in the trench, so it does just slow them down just enough in my opinion. Poland here with the trebuchet. Gonna be interesting to see what they do with that. Balance of power, favouring Byzantium to start with, but only by a little bit. Yeah, they're putting stakes down, but they're facing the wrong way. Don't know what they plan to do there. Maybe it's to stop flanks coming round the side. That would make sense. Wow, taking a while to set up here, that, but... Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's Byzantium. Who's gonna win, Magol or Bulgarian? Who's gonna go through and who is going to get eliminated in this $200 Medieval 2 event? And again, as always, check out the description below to join the Discord and take part in future events yourself. It's definitely worth it. And even if you're not that good at the game, you can still win some money, something out of a prize pool simply by just playing the games. We really want to keep this tournament open for pretty much everybody, or at least try to. We want to encourage everyone of all skill levels to play, is what I'm trying to say. The trebuchet already getting some hits there against the heavy cavalry. That is good value for money there, taking out the heavy cavalry this early on. The cavalry is pushing into the trench, just pushing straight through it though. You gotta be careful though, you don't want to get stuck in this trench. Pull your cavalry out of there, you don't want to be stuck fighting in this low ground. The axemen come in, they've got the high ground advantage. Like, that cav unit's probably going to be fine. Yeah, these ones are fine, but this one's in a sticky spot. They're stuck in the trench. What I wish we could do is, if units are in the trench, like, they move at half speed or something, or, you know, we need some other form of debuff in there. So it actually feels like they're fighting in the mode of Ashinkar, as that's what this map is inspired by. It's meant to be like something to slow them down a bit, where they can just get destroyed by arrows. But I don't know how to exactly do that. Again, see this tournament more as a bit of a test run of these ideas. Poland really went for it here, making it this far with their infantry. They ran the entire hill, the trench on the other side of the hill, making it over here. They're not even interested in fighting on the high ground. They just wanted to get their units in there, stuck in as soon as possible. I like that. This unit here, fighting in the trench. Can they get out of the trench in time? Most of them did, but some of them are stuck in there, fighting on lower terrain, and yeah, they instantly break. Although it's woodsmen, they're not the best at morale. They're more just a charge in, swing your axes about and then leave type of unit. Got some trench fighting here. Byzantium just holding on for now, but I think they are outnumbered, so they will eventually get overrun. And Poland, Bulgarian here is just pushing through, just relentlessly barging through the Byzantines. Look at the kills. Bulgarians lost 38%, Magyars lost 55%. Balance of power though still fairly even. The game must be really trying to favour Byzantium right now. It looks like a pretty even battle. Yeah, because Poland, they've lost a lot of men to do this. I mean, it looks good. The kills look good, but they have lost a lot of men. I'm a bit concerned. Right, looking at it here, there's a lot more Byzantines than Poles in this region, and they are getting the surrounds in. Yeah, here we go, Poland's starting to break. They don't have the numbers. It's about to switch in favour of Magol now. We've got another 2 Polish units breaking, the third one's breaking. Balance of power suddenly switched very heavily in favour of Magol. I think Byzantium's going to win this one. Even though he's taken an extra 10% losses, I think he's still got more men on the field. And he's doing a good job at holding out. Doesn't have the positioning though. Yeah, he's still having to somewhat charge up the hill. He's got these Polish troops here to deal with, which he really needs to charge him back with the cavalry, but they're occupied over here instead. He's probably worried by the fact it's spearmen, but sometimes, you know, a cav charge into the back of spearmen is still valuable. Flaming shot coming through from Poland, trying to really break the morale. And here we go, yeah, this is what you need to do. Cav charge in the back of the spearmen, and pray it breaks them. It's broken one. Can they use that to break the second? And they did. It's fallen apart. Well done, Magol, here as Byzantium. It's looking good for him. I think he's going to win it. Is he going to take Bulgarian here out of the tournament? Or can Bulgarian as Poland somehow be able to pull this back and do the reverse sweep? I don't think he can do it. It really looks in favour of Byzantium now. The kills are pretty much even at this point in terms of percentage. And Poland loses his general. Poland's breaking everywhere as it is, and now that's going to trigger a mass rout. I think Byzantium's going to win it. Balance of power agrees. Oh, I forgot to set the time limit again. Oh, these players don't know what they're doing. It's not that difficult to set a basic time limit. I don't know why I care, like each battle's over in 10 minutes, but it's to stop anyone being tempted to corner camp. It makes it a lot easier if there ends up being a bit of a dispute. And Poland losing what I think is their final infantry unit there. Everyone else is breaking and routing. This is all they've got left, and you can tell he's probably pretty much given up at this point as Bulgarian. He knows it's over, there's no coming back from this. Byzantium are just dominating in this map. They're chasing them into the trench. At this point the trench doesn't really matter though. Byzantium just has the numbers. It should be a clear win here for him now. I think Magol's got it. A cav charge into the backs of those archers there, that wipes them out. One unit left. They should break, they're already wavering. They charge in and they break, and with that there's still about an extra minute on the battle. All the stakes did come in effect, but it looks like... Who did that kill there? Oh, trebuchet shots. Perfect pause. What is that? Oh, that's for string, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I can't tell who this is. Is this dead Poles, or did Poland really kill themselves? Fighting on these stakes here, charging their cavalry through. Did they forget they had their own stakes here? I think this is Polish cavalry, forgetting the stakes are there. I'm gonna assume Bulgarian lost his own men doing that, charging into his own stakes. Bulgarian still does have his trebuchet, but it's not gonna do anything at this point. Yeah, Byzantine cavalry has a lot more purple on them. Ooh, unlucky Bulgarian there, losing his own cavalry on the stakes. That's a bit awkward. Yeah, I don't think the stakes got any kills for him as well. You gotta be careful with these weapons. And with that, well done Magol, going up 2-1 in this battle here and moving through to fight his next opponent. Well played Bulgarian though. Well played. Look at the kills there, so many kills on the cavalry. Yeah, but sadly it wasn't going to be enough. His infantry just couldn't do it. Yeah, and his spearmen did quite well though. Trebuchet only getting 14 kills. Well done Bulgarian. Definitely had an epic battle too, but sadly it wasn't going to be enough. Anyway, thank you for watching. Check out the Discord down below to take part in future events. But for now, goodbye.